So if you're following along in this series, we just got the box off in the previous video. Now, next step here is the fenders. Now, if you live in the north, like me in Canada here, or you're along the Rust Belt, this is pretty much a maintenance item. So just like the previous video, you got our two best friends here, Big Hoochie and the trim screwdriver. I got the black one now because the blue one's missing. So, pretty simple, self-explanatory. Pull off all the clips you can find for all the electrical. So you don't have to pull the headlights, you can leave them in. You reach inside here, and then you twist out. The signal light bulb comes out. Headlight unplugs. Unplug the horns and then fish everything out of it. Sometimes this wire goes through here. This is a filthy gasser, and in my opinion, all they're good for is keeping good diesels on the road. So there's going to be a couple little accessories that are going to be different on your diesel when you're starting to pull it apart, but the basic info of this video is the same. So now with all the accessories off and the fender nice and exposed, we have a couple bolts to do. So we got 1, 2, 3 right here. Another 2 right here. There's 2 on the support panel. You don't need to take this off, but you can if you want. I usually just leave it on. A whole shit whack of them down here. And then back right there, that little hidden one you might forget, and of course the one right there. Now with everything off, last thing you have is the antenna. You can either remove this little ring, which usually doesn't go too good, or pull this cable out. So sometimes you can get pretty lucky just pulling it straight down and it'll come out. Other times I'll take my little trim screwdriver, put it on top of that. Coming over to the driver's side here, it's not too much different than the passenger side. You just have a couple extra things to do. So the battery hold down is 2 8mm. Typically these get corroded enough that you can't even fit a socket on them, so I like to use vice grips. Pull that off, battery ends off, battery out. Then to get at the bolts here, easier. I mean, you can get them on without removing the battery tray, but I like to remove the battery tray. You got 2 bolts here, 2 bolts here, and then two bolts right there. So with the battery tray out, you can get access to the wiring all down here. There's 2 10mm grounds, and then of course all the bolts right there. After that, there's 2 10mm for the fuse box. There's one right here, and there's one over here, and then there's a tab on the front of the fuse box. That just moves out of the way. And then for the ABS module, there's a bolt there. There's one in the front, and there's one over here. They're 13mm, and that just goes out of the way like that. Now we're losing daylight pretty quick here, but after make a couple tabs I forgot, came off pretty easy. That'll be it. Stay tuned for the third video.